This is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Do you like the rain?
Yeah, kinda. Never really stopped to think about it.
Oh, gosh.
What?
This song almost reminds me of my high school prom.
Is that a bad thing?
It's not the most pleasant memory.
Oh. If you don't want to talk about it, we can move on.
No, you're fine. It's just... I didn't really want to go. I didn't have a date. I'd been too busy taking care of my mom to even really think about it. Night of the prom rolls around, and my mom calls me into her room. Tells me she really wants me to go. Said she could take care of herself for one night. I tried to tell her no, but our neighbors came over. She'd invited them to come help her out for the night. I guess she wanted me to experience something normal, without having to worry about taking care of her.
So, what did you do?
I decided to go. I could tell it meant a lot to her. Prom's how she met my dad. So, got all dolled up in this polyester tux, and I drove down to prom. I pulled up outside and I could see the doors open. Blue and green lights flooding out. I eventually worked up the nerve to go in, and there was hardly anyone there.
Why not? Did you get there late?
No, I guess nobody showed up that year.
Well, why not?
I thought maybe most of them signed up to go fight the war, but the longer I thought about it, the more I began to think we just given up on stuff like that. The war was getting closer and closer. Seemed like every week you heard another colony got glassed. Eventually he stopped checking the charts because he saw each time one would fall, it'd just be getting closer and closer. Guess everybody just figured, why bother,
Gosh, I can't imagine.
I felt guilty. Here I was anxious for my first dance, while other guys, my brothers, my dad, were out there fighting, dying to keep me safe. And I was stuck here, wishing for a dance.
Someone had to take care of your mom. It's not your fault.
I know. Look at me, still sitting feeling bad for myself. That night I threw a heck of a pity party. Sitting under blue and green lights. It was miserable. I even wrote a whole song while I was there.
Really? Painting, bird watching, and music. You have a lot of talents, Adam.
I had a lot of time, being mostly homebound. Most of them were things I could do with my mom. Her doctor said things like bird watching and painting were good for her. Playing music was more my personal thing.
It sounds like it was really important for you.
Yeah. Music was big for me, and getting it out, I guess. Still kinda is, though I barely find time to practice my guitar anymore.
You brought it with you?
Yeah, still not sure how I managed that. Guess they relaxed standards once the war ended. Go figure.
Would you... Never mind.
What?
No, nothing. Nothing.
Doesn't sound like nothing.
Do you think I could hear that song you wrote?
Oh yeah, sure. Might take me a minute to dig out that old guitar. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Wesley.
You're up late. Thought your watch ended hours ago.
It did. Wesley, I have a security concern.
What? What's going on?
After the run-in the team had with Farside on the highway, I've been thinking, if what Helen said was true...
Wait! She's Sphinx. We have code names for a reason.
Fine, right. If what she said is true about Farside, if they are behind the disappearances, that would mean Fixer is potentially at risk.
I'm aware. They've done a damn fine job of digging shit up. Don't worry. If Farside makes a move, we already have a method of exfil.
Which would leave the rest of the team behind.
Yes, it would. We don't account for taking strays with us when we plan these ops, Lily. You know that.
Then I suggest a recalculation.
I'd have to take it up with Sphinx.
You know her, Wesley. She'd never agree unless she'd get something useful out of it.
Lily, where's this?
Fixer has shown remarkable discretion in handling sensitive information.
Yes, I know, but Lil.
While barely even trying, they've made more progress than we have in months.
Lil.
They've shown their usefulness in this regard. You said it yourself.
I know, I did, but the captain...
Captain Green's file outside of propaganda is bathed in black ink. That means he's worked with Oni before. Why can't we...
Lily! We can't bring them into the circle. Not without Sphinx's say-so. Not with so many unknown variables. You know me. I don't want to leave them out to dry if shit goes sideways. You know that. But if they knew we were Oni, and Farsight did take them, what do you think would happen? We might burn the whole op. And for what? They can take care of themselves. And we've been remarkably fortunate to not have gotten too involved.
Right. Lucky us. Forgive me. I forgot we're not meant to be involved.
Lily, I think you might be having some side effects.
That would be a lot more convenient for you, wouldn't it?
You seem to be forgetting the mission.
I know my mission, Wesley. Guess we better hope that Farsight doesn't catch wind, right?
Lily!
Here she is. Yeah, okay. He'll tune pretty good. I apologize in advance. I'm probably more than a bit rusty.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say thank you for talking with me. I've been feeling, not great lately. But when we talk, I feel like things make sense.
Gosh, you're making it hard to sing a song about loneliness when you go and say stuff like that.
Oh, well, my apologies. Go on then. I don't think I've seen you properly rude before.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Radiation is in the green tonight, so I'm gonna take this off real quick. Better voice control and, all that stuff.
All right. I'll keep watch.
I wrote this one because I was feeling lonely, I guess. Take it all, maybe I'm falling far. Falling stars all at once dissolve. Sometimes I'm just like the night's cavalry. Silent wars while the world sleeps. Ancient scenes we'll never see. Wonder why I get so lonely. And every time I'm shattered by the relief.
Are you awake?
I am now.
That was rhetorical. I knew you were awake by your vitals.
What time is it?
8:45 a.m. EAT.
You don't sleep, right?
Nope. I'd say it's a benefit, but it actually gets kinda boring.
Huh. That's new.
He's been exercising since at least 4:32 a.m.
Wait, have you been watching him all night?
No, I've been watching him since 4:32 a.m.
That's slightly concerning.
How so?
Watching people without their knowledge is typically frowned upon, V.
Isn't that what you do?
What? How?
You're a sniper. You're supposed to watch people from far away and sometimes shoot them, right?
That'd be a fair point if Duke was an enemy and I was planning on hole punching him in the forehead.
So why are you so concerned?
It's just out of character, I guess. Like, why does he care about fitness now?
A sound body is a sound mind. Great work, Duke. You should rest. You've done a lot. It'll only backfire if you push yourself too hard.
I appreciate it, Sunshine. My body feels like it's on fire.
Sounds like an excellent workout.
Hey, Duke, you said you wanted to use the PC?
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
Well, you have 30 minutes before I need to get back on.
All right, thanks. I appreciate the encouragement, Sunshine.
Of course. It's good to see people taking fitness seriously.
Yeah, better late than never.
If you ever need someone to spot you, let me know. I understand. It can be really hard going headfirst into it if one's been idle for an extended period of time.
Ouch, I'm not that lazy, am I?
No, I didn't mean it like that. Gosh, I'm sorry.
Relax, Lily. It's just banter. Yeah, I'll let you know next time I decide I want to suffer some more. Later.
Oh, all right. Yeah, see you.
Excuse me, human. Lily.
Yes?
I wish to, how would you say, clear the air with you. I am aware, given our species' difficult history, that all of you to varying degrees would be uncomfortable with my kind's presence, both here in this base and on any of your worlds. I wish to communicate to you some context that might alleviate any angst you might feel, even if only a negligible amount.
Go on.
I have served honorably under the Kaidon for 15 years, and in that time I can promise you that the total engagements that our particular group has had with humans totals at just 3.
That's a remarkably low number. How's that possible?
Our group was a specialized devotary. Before the Covenant had broken, we specialized in schismatics and radical movements. Our missions kept us far away from human space, and as such, we rarely, if ever, encountered them. When we did, it was in the context of unanticipated and extremely limited naval engagements.
So, what? You never personally killed any men, women, or children? Is that supposed to make me like you?
I would never presume on your graciousness, human. And I cannot, nor do I seek to excuse what the Covenant, or what my kind, did to yours. I only wish to establish context, which you might be able to take into consideration, if only for the sake of clarity and honesty.
Well, isn't that magnanimous of you?
It is practical. We did not come to your home to fight you. You are no longer our enemy. There were those among the Covenant who believed you never should have been.
But orders are orders, right?
Indeed, but is it not the same for any soldier? It is a most grievous sin that we did not see through the Prophet's lies for so long. However, we are here to aid in undoing that mistake, human, as well as atone for them.
Noted. Did you need anything else?
I did not. Many thanks for lending your ear, Spartan. Actually, in the name of honesty, prior to my arrival here at this location, I was made aware that your team were not truly Spartans. It was a deception that you were ordered to carry out.
Is that a problem?
Not at all. I was told that I will know a true Spartan when I see one. I see I still have much to learn.
I'm sure your Kainon will be disappointed.
Unlikely. He is at variance with many of our kind, in that we understand the value of such discretion and redirection.
Really? That's surprising, given your current tone of honesty.
I do not seek to maintain any unnecessary lies, as I wish to ingratiate myself with you all.
Duly noted.
Indeed, as you were, Lily.
Hey, loser. How have you been? Busy with sniffing paint, or whatever you creative types do, I'm sure. It's Duke, by the way. I'm sure you knew by the suit. Anyway, look, I know it's out of the blue, but something happened recently, and I had to call you to let you know. I saw a doctor recently, and they found a potential problem. Apparently, I have markers for something called Lassiter syndrome. Now, I know you, and I know how you're probably overreacting and freaking out quietly at your desk, but just chill, okay? The doc thinks Dad had it, and it's hereditary. Lucky us, right? Good news, it is treatable, but it's important that you get tested for it, in case you do have it. I'm gonna call the others and let them know, but the signal is bad out here, so would you follow up with them just in case they have me sitting on an MRE crate for 4 months with no cell service? You know how it is. I'm fine. Everything is gonna be okay, alright? Just let them know. I can't have you and the others getting sick on me, alright? Say hi to JoJo for me, alright? Love you, and I'll try to be better about keeping in touch. Alright. Bye.
Hey, V.
What's up?
You know this base, right? I mean, you've been here before, so... Did you see anything weird last night?
Define weird. I saw this bug crawl on your face. I didn't recognize it, but it looked really scary and cool.
No, nothing like that. More like... Wait, what?
Yeah, it was huge, and it had black and white and brown patterns and stripes. It was about 4 inches long and rested right on your faceplate. Super cool.
What the fuck? And you didn't wake me?
You sleep outside in sealed armor. I figured bugs crawling on you was an assumed risk.
Okay, just fucking wake me up next time, okay? We're getting off topic. So, you didn't see any flickers or anything like that?
Flickers?
Yeah, I've been seeing things around the base since we got here. It's hard to explain, but I see like flickers out of the corner of my eye sometimes. Like something's there, but when I look, I see nothing.
Oh, do you mean like this?
What? Wait, so but that was you?
No, silly. That was you being clumsy and dropping me.
No, I mean, so like you're the one who's making those appear.
I haven't made anything appear. Well, except just now I did. I did do that.
Wait, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I haven't said much before now, but you should really watch your language.
We've been seeing those for like a week. Or, however, just after we got here, that's when they started.
I only got back the day before yesterday, after you picked up the blue one.
Huh. Okay, so what was that?
What? You mean this?
Yeah, that.
It's a base-wise variant of a responsive holographic form emulator. Reverse engineered from captured Covenant tech during the war. I'm guessing Farside was using it here for testing and training purposes.
I thought you said you didn't remember most of that kind of stuff.
I don't. All of that was just an inference. It's the most likely explanation.
So, it's like a recording of me?
Yeah, want to see it again?
No, I mean... So that's what we've been seeing. Just replays of what's been happening here?
I guess so, but that doesn't make any sense. If you were seeing them after you arrived, that would mean...
Mean what?
I have to do some digging. I'll be right back.
Wait, have you made up your mind yet?
About telling Captain Green? Considering your personal anecdotes that you told me last night, and the limited information I have on file about him, of all the people we could tell, he is certainly the most promising. But are you certain we can trust his discretion?
I trust him more than anyone else on the team.
Okay, we can tell him, but only him. And we have to make sure no one else is watching.
Fine. Should be easy enough.
Have you guys seen Pops?
Morning, Crash.
Oh. Good morning. Shh. Have you seen Pops? I got a thing I gotta talk to him about.
I think I saw him talking with Izzy. He seems antsy today.
Antsy? What do you mean by...
Shush!
Peanut, that is not how the quiet game is played.
Look! I told you I saw something moving up there.
That's a gazelle, right? That's real neat.
Look at him! He's so cool! I'm gonna name him Chuck.
Isn't it standing in the... minefield?
No! Oh my god, okay, we get it! No! Just stop fucking yelling!
Is you up?
Yes, sir. Sorry. It was a long night.
No kidding. On the bright side, looks like the minefield is still working. Some of the wildlife wandered in and set it off.
That's one less thing to worry about. I wasn't sure how to test it manually.
Fixer Actual.
This is Actual? Go ahead.
Training operations at Outpost Europa are experiencing technical difficulties. Your orders are as follows. Proceed to Outpost Europa and aid in bringing mission-critical systems back online. Air transport has been dispatched to your location. ETA 15 mics. Checkmate out.
Fixer out. Well, no rest for the weary.
Hey, Pops.
Good timing.
I need to talk to you about something.
I already know about the gazelle. Is Peanut freaking out?
What? No, he's...
I'm sure Chuck is looking down on us from heaven right now.
Yeah, all animals go to heaven, right? Isn't that how the saying goes?
That's horses, and gazelles are basically horses, so... Oh, wait, I'm sorry, P-Man, that means they go to hell.
What?
Yeah, my mom told me all horses go to hell after one bitter at medieval times.
He'll get over it.
If it's not critical, then we'll have to wait. We got a bird inbound, ETA 15 mics. We're headed to Outpost Europa to fix some shit going sideways at the JTX there.
JTX? Wait, are we actually doing that stupid training shit with the elites now?
We are now. Get up there and get ready to guide them in.
Shit, that's short notice.
No kidding. They got a call scheduled too, so is what you need important, or...
It can wait.
Alright. Got a call to make. Let me know when the bird touches down.
Will do, sir.
Isabel? It's your mother. Again. I wanted to follow up my previous call, but you didn't answer. Again. Maybe because I already know what you're gonna say.
I've elected to believe you were busy with assignments, so I decided to investigate for myself. I wasn't able to get very far, however. My information request on you was blocked by the Office of Naval Intelligence.
What?
I'm going to assume that is because you have managed to get involved with them and chose not to tell me. I must say, your silence is quite understandable if you are working for Oni now. I know that discretion is paramount for them.
What?
And you'll no doubt ignore or even deny this. But if you are indeed working with naval intelligence, that is an incredible career move that neither your father nor I ever managed. We are very proud of you, Lieutenant Cardo. I'll be in touch.
Captain, good to see you still with us. Sleep well?
I try. Hate to dispense with the pleasantries so soon, but,
Of course, I understand. So here's what I was able to find. This group you mentioned, Farside, they're a bit of a sleeper build when it comes to R&D work. From what I can gather, they get tossed a lot of leftover projects that were either canceled or were glassed out in the colonies. Can't find much about the director, a man named Forsyth. But from most reports, he's a bit of a pushover, not very decisive. But if he really is working with Section 3, I wouldn't take the report's word for it. You know how they get.
And get this, according to a source in Section 0, he's had 0 complaints filed against him from anyone in Section 3.
Anyone who works their way that far up in Section 3 with not so much of a complaint from a superior? I have trouble imagining that. Can't be good news.
My thoughts exactly. But as for Farside's sudden interest in you, my friend, your file as of this morning is under Section 3 censor. You and that Captain Harper you wanted me to look into, though his file's been locked for a few days longer. You stirred up the hive. A probe I sent into that network wasn't able to access any Section 3 data from Farside's end. Seems like Farside's locked out. If they were trying to clean shop, time's running short. Knowing Section 0, they'll have agents on the ground looking into it soon, if they haven't already. Which brings me to your Marine, Corporal Liliana Dufresne. Got a glowing record, especially for such a young lady. Decent scores all around. A model Marine. You're very lucky to have her, Green, especially considering she's dead.
What?
You were right. It was subtle, but it was there. Liliana Dufresne was reported killed during the evacuation of Sigma Octantis 4 back in 52. She was studying abroad learning about xenoflora. Poor girl never made it off the ground. But here's the catch. That report went missing not long after. Her death certificate was quietly rescinded on March 12, 2553. Then, a Miss Liliana Dufresne joined the Corps the very same day.
Lucky girl.
Indeed. Florist to Marine. Quite the career change. Now, I'm not very superstitious, David, but either you have a ghost with you there, or that girl's records have a strong smell of black ink. I'd be careful if I were you.
I'll tread lightly.
I'm sure you will. I'll keep my ears to the ground. I wish I had more time to give you, but Section 0's involved now. I don't think I can get much more info than that.
Thanks anyway, Mac. It was very informative.
I try my best. Be careful, David. Out.
Out.
Boss, urgent.
Talk to me.
Oni has her files under censor. We're being investigated.
Maybe it's just our involvement with protecting the Swords delegation?
Or maybe Farside did report us yesterday for non-compliance.
I doubt it. Oni and Farside don't seem on good terms right now.
If Oni and Farside are going at it, then why would they include us? What connection does this team have to either one of them?
It's okay, buddy. At least it was, quick.
Why do the things I love keep exploding?
Not sure. Just keep digging. Keep your eyes out for any signs of Farside watching us. Those cameras, can we shut them down on accident?
We can certainly try, but don't we have that op we gotta go to?
You're right. We'll figure it out when we get back. For now, dig in double time. Get as much intel as you can without raising any alarms.
Yes, sir.
Inbound, this is Fixer Tower. I have you on scopes. Proceed. Over.
Heading my way, stranger?
Fuck.
What? Sorry, I was distracted.
Let me guess. You volunteered for this.
Hey, it's not every day you get to see an old friend, Red. Besides, I know you. You're not gonna make good on that drink anyway.
What? What's wrong?
I assume you remember your way in?
Yeah, I'm good. Wanna sit up front? It'll be like old times.
I don't fly anymore, May. That's all you.
Your loss. Let the others know to buckle up. I don't fly easy.
Why do you think I groaned?
See you on deck.
Yep, see you there. Great. Just when I thought today would be quiet.
Okay, what is wrong?
What?
You are so weird. You act happy to see her, but then you curse under your breath. I don't get it. Were you two... engaged in romantic activities?
What? God, no. No, nothing like that. We were friends. We are friends, I guess. I was never into her like that.
Does she know that?
Yeah, trust me. She knows, okay?
Hey, Crash.
Hey, dude.
The Pelican is here. I think it's that girl you were trying to hide from.
See? I'm not the only one who notices these things.
I wasn't hiding from her. And yeah, I know. Who do you think guided her in?
Oh. So, were you two a thing?
No, we weren't a thing.
You know, saying it like that actually makes it feel like you were a thing.
Like who was a thing?
Crash and the pilot.
Yeah, right. They're not a thing.
Thank you, Duke.
I mean, look at them. I don't think so.
That's uncalled for.
So you disagree?
No, it's just... Look, Mayflower and I were never a thing, okay?
With Mayflower?
Where the fuck did you come from?
The pilot lady, Crash, is being weird about it.
I'm not being weird. Wait, didn't you just say you don't think that we were a thing?
No, I still don't, but you're definitely being weird about it.
Crash and the pilot were a thing? As in, a romantic thing?
That's what I'm trying to find out. They were talking a bunch.
Yes, we flew together sometimes, like co-pilots.
Oh, sounds spicy.
Well, I'm sure they're just friends.
See? Thank you, Lily.
Well, something weird is going on here.
What makes you think that, Peanut?
Peanut, don't you have like a funeral or something you have to plan?
Because he was trying to hide from her yesterday during the drop.
Wait, are you and her a thing?
What? But do you hide from people that you're interested in?
No.
We're making progress here. I can feel it.
Greetings, humans. What are we discussing on this fine day?
Whether or not Crash has a thing with the pilot.
A thing? Is it contagious?
Why the fuck are you all so suddenly interested in my personal life?
Fixer, anyone there? I could use a hand getting this bird ready for takeoff.
Crash, get down there and get the Pelican ready for takeoff.
Fine, I'd love to.
Love to? Huh?
I'll fucking kill you.
That's not very nice.
Shut up. You started this.
I do not understand. What is this thing between the Crash and the pilot? Should we fetch your doctor?
Love is in the air, Otto.
Something is.
Alrighty, kids. That bird is here to take us to Europa to aid in joint training exercise with the swords. They got shit needing fixing, apparently. Get your gear together double time. As soon as the bird's ready, we're heading out. Move it, Fixer.
Yes, sir!
Otto, I'd gather whatever you need. We're gonna be linking up with the swords when we get there, so if you need anything...
Understood. I will prepare. Thank you.
Lily, you already good to go?
Always ready, sir.
Good. Stand watch here. Can't risk security in the commotion.
Wise choice, Captain. Sir?
Yes?
The elite knows that the team aren't Spartans. Someone told him on his way here.
Well, fine by me. Keeping secrets is exhausting.
I would imagine so, sir.
This reminds me of a time never mind.
A time you... What?
You don't want to hear it, Lily.
Of course I do. I mean, your stories are always deeply appreciated, sir. I'm always... Well, you don't have to if you don't want to.
All right. Well, I put an early version of Fixer together long after Harvest. This was before Izzy or Crash or anyone who's here now. Back then, we mostly ran torch and burn ops on siege planets. We needed to deny the Covenant any sensitive information.
Very dangerous work.
Sure as shit was. One of our worst ones, our last one, actually, was an op during the siege of Sigma Octantis 4. You ever been there?
No, I haven't. What exactly did you torch? Or is that classified?
Colonial military dossiers, troop deployments, ship manifests, that sort of thing. We had to erase any information that could lead the Coveys to the other colonies.
That makes sense.
I need to get ready for the trip. As you work, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
So, how'd you get stuck with these guys?
It's kind of a long story.
You know, I could use a good co-pilot. Most of the ones they got these days are newbies. It'd be cool to see you in the cockpit again.
May, I don't...
Hey, sorry, I need to talk to you.
I'll be right back.
Damn, that was a hard no. Maybe put me down more gently next time.
No, it's not that. Just give me a minute.
Sorry, you didn't need to go that far away. I can just mute you.
No, it's fine. Just, what did you need?
The flickers you've been seeing. Did you ever see one of those showing a man in gray and blue armor?
I think so. It's hard to get a clear look, but some of them didn't look anything like us, so why? Is something wrong?
There must be recursive code left in the system. That means I can get some of my memories back. At least a little bit.
Great. Sounds like we can get some answers.
Maybe. When we get back up there, I'll do some more digging.
Alright, I can leave you here, and then we can talk later when we get back from this mission.
No! Sorry. Just please don't leave me alone. I don't want to be alone again.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I got you. Just... if you stay with me, that might mean you have to wait a little bit. Is that okay?
Darn it. You're right. I wish I had thought of it sooner. Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, Boy Scout.
Hey!
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah. He was doing that earlier. Did he do that when you knew him?
No. Man, what did you guys do to my co-pilot?
Hey, don't ask me. I just got here like a week ago. I'm back. Sorry, I just needed a minute.
No problem, Red.
So, forgive me, soldier is an incorrect designation for you all.
I'm a Marine, split, soldiers for the Army. Very different things.
I see. I hope I didn't cause offense by referring to you as a soldier.
I don't mind. I wasn't always a Marine, so being called soldier doesn't really bother me, honestly.
You weren't?
Nope.
Before Pops brought him into the circus, Peanut there was a UNSC Army Ranger.
A ranger? Wow, that's really cool. What was that like?
It was the most grueling and rewarding time of my life.
I can only imagine. So how'd you end up with Fixer?
Rangers kept peering me out. Eventually Pop stepped in and brought me in.
Peered out? Why would they do such a thing?
My walking stick was the ugliest.
What?
So Peanut is Army. Is anyone else on the team not a Marine originally?
Yeah, Crash over there was Air Force and Izzy was in the Navy.
Hey! Was that a rude gesture?
No, it's a very nice one.
Are you lying to me? That is so mean.
Sorry, Mom.
What the fuck did you say?
Nothing. I didn't realize Fixer was such a melting pot of different branches.
That's why the other op groups call us the circus, Tarjay. Well, why they did even before we got this new armor, I mean.
Yeah, the color-coded armor doesn't really help.
Yeah, but we've always done that. Besides, it's grown on me. I'm a Marine, so mean and green feels right.
I think the red suits you.
Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you, you fucking piece of shit.
Crash, be nice to your non-romantic lady friend.
Oh, God. I'm gonna get a migraine. I can feel it.
You should really relax more, Red.
Oh, great. Now it's in stereo.
What?
Nothing.
Whoa! See? You should really listen to her.
Yep. There it is.
Security teams, dispatch to sectors 47C and 51B. Federalization teams on standby. Priority 2. Stand by for further instructions.
All packed? Not yet. Why? Is Pelican ready? Not yet. Ah, good. Don't worry. I can pack up quickly. It pays to travel light. Especially in your line of work, right? Yeah, medicine's a hard job. Never a shortage of hurt people around, even with the war over. Yeah, it's pretty good cover, too. Took me a while to even notice. That almost never happens. What are you talking about? You know, I've been around a long time, Doc. Seen all sorts of things. Things change, but they sure as shit never stop rhyming. I really don't know what you're getting at, Captain. Sure you do, Doc. I mean, you lead a ferret team. What Oni field agent wouldn't know those kinds of patterns?
Ferret? Oni? You think I'm with Oni? I'm a medic. I put band-aids on drunken morons and spend most of my time filling out forms for quartermasters. If Oni is hiring, let me know. I'm sure that would pay better.
Precise emotional calibration and pivot to something tediously specific. Calibrated denial. Module 3. If you're gonna run a script on someone, make sure they weren't there when it was written, son.
Module 3? What on earth are you... How long you been out?
You don't get out, Wes. You just stop being useful.
Is that what happened to you?
Doesn't matter. Point is, I'm not an asset, and Fixer isn't leverage. Whatever you're working on is your business.
Considering your own habit of digging around here, I find that hard to believe. So what is it? Are you running it up, or do old habits just die hard?
My mission is the same as it's always been. Get my team out.
I can respect that, but surely you know that doesn't sound completely true given what I've heard.
I don't care what you've heard. I know this dance. Let's get to brass tacks. You have a job to do, and so do I. You know my cards, and I know enough to guess yours, so... how do we make sure both of our interests are being sufficiently met?
That wouldn't be my call to make, Captain.
Then I suggest you get whoever has the authority on the horn. I trust you've learned enough to know that will be in everyone's best interest.
Captain, I'm being as honest as I can be when I say I have no inclination to deliberately do anything to harm your team. I appreciate that my word understandably counts for very little given the circumstances, but believe me when I say that convincing this person is a meager hope at best.
I can be persuasive, and given the circumstances, you don't have much of a choice, Doc. You'll have to tell him I know. Might as well make it official.
I won't be able to raise them here. The signal's been spotty. We could try it when we get to Europa. The specific signal will likely be amplified there.
Hey boss, bird's green. Ready to spin up as soon as everything's stowed.
Fine. Oscar Mike, Fixer 3. Get your shit packed and get on the bird.
Great. Just fucking great.
Are you ready to head out?
Almost. How's Mendez doing these days?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Shit, you really gotta work on your subtlety, Corporal Dufresne.
I don't...
Oh, right. That story I told you was bullshit. Well, some of it was. Mostly about the location. See, I've never been to Sigma Octantis 4. But you should remember who has. Liliana Dufresne. Bright girl. Went to college at 16, was studying xenoflora around there, then the Covenant attacked. Liliana Dufresne, the real Liliana Dufresne. Never made it off the ground. Don't worry. I already talked to Wes. I know you aren't here for me, or the team.
How did you know?
About what you are? Like I said, it's hardly subtle. Especially if you know what to look for. Granted, most people don't. They probably assume you're just awkward, intense, dedicated. Right?
Most of the time they don't notice me at all.
Which makes sense why they picked you for this.
I wanted to tell you all. I really did.
But orders are orders. Don't worry, Lily. I know enough about what you are not to blame you for it.
That's not... How do you know all of this?
Doesn't matter. What does is that once we get to Europa, your handlers and I are going to be deciding how this plays out.
You need to convince her Fixer is useful.
I'll decide what I need to do with my team, Lily.
You're like me, aren't you? But you came before. You were one of the first.
What I was isn't relevant now. What I am is a man whose sole priority is protecting my people.
Then you and I share that in common, Captain. Even if Wesley doesn't seem to agree on the details.
When I was in, I found that Oni didn't take kindly to deviation in thought.
No, they still don't. But to be perfectly honest with you, sir, I chose this because I wanted to stop people from dying.
And you picked the wrong people to work with, Lily.
I hope not.
You need to head down to the bird. We're about to leave.
Sir, respectfully, you said you knew we weren't here for you. How could you have known that for sure?
If they were after me, they would have sent more than a single Spartan.
Hey, mind if I put on some music?
I bet Chuck would have loved music.
Music sounds nice.
Watch and learn, see, Rash.
Duke, I would not... whatever, I don't care.
What? Are you sure?
Hey, May. Once this run is done, how about we get some dinner?
Duke, quit hitting on the pilot and sit down.
Duke. Wait, are you Sergeant Duke Holloway?
So, you've heard of me, huh?
Yeah. Nothing good. Nice try, shooter, but I'd rather fly solo than with a womanizer.
Duke's a womanizer? He tries to be. He ought to try some new strategies, maybe.
Hey, shove it, Chris. You must have heard wrong. I'm only looking for true love now. Picket fences, the works. I've changed.
I've heard that one before.
Duke.
Sorry, Duke. I ain't in the market. Ask Red. He gets it. I don't think I could juggle this job and a committed relationship. I don't know how he manages it.
May...
What does that mean?
What? Wait, have you not told him?
Told us what?
Oh my gosh! You haven't told them?
Oh, God.
Told us what?
Red back there is a married man.
What? I bet Chuck was married.
Why don't you feel just like I do? Shaking like when I first met you. Rushing up, she's dangerous by design. Breaking down what I've been trying to hide. My love is never on time. That's alright.
So now that the trick is up, I am required by forces much more powerful than me to read out this long list of names. So anyway, thank you, Jambo Wambo, Tyler Powell, Blue the Phoenix, Reacher 501st, Minty Abbey, Tacban, Zavad 8376, Kamikazoli, Soul, Durandal, Philo, Clutch Kid, Extra Superset 44, I.O, Soulless Cupcake, Sky Rhodes, Slinky 144, Jericho, Jacob Hunter, 47,467 red, Mr. Cam, Magnite, Dan the Ranting Man, Tech Addict 2, Skull Pancakes, Concession Stantonopol, Salfeld, Princey, Samuel Vanderplatz, William Jeske, Grimlow, Orderly, Skorg, Max Tex, Nautilus 7L60, Zorlang, Caden Riordan, Ammo, Meme Lord Revin, Lawrence of Oklahoma, Brotherhood of Steelman, Argent 32, 40 Mike Actual, Katie Dragonclaw, Couple 3, Cruz and Coben Salazar, Subpar Soda, Savage Shark, Silver Ghost 293, I'm About to Flip, Elf Off the Shelves, Daddy Bigums, K-Tsa, Glom 77, Zevi,
Winnie the Churchill, Cripples the Great, Garrett Gaiman, Apothecarian, Ben Wright, Orga Lord, Mr. Bubbles, Supreme Crimson Leader, Peter Bradley, Endzone Clockwork, Yang's Dump, Maxim Jenkins, Risky Icarus, High Maintenance, Lol 7, Russ, Miserix, Baldwick, David Eicher, Trey Rutherford, The Storyteller, Twin Masters, Rat 777, Blessed Hitman, Arctus the Last Loyal Iron Warrior, J-Man VA, Big Man Toe, CJ Hot, Draven Stegall, Chase Baker, The Boost Fan 145, Squire Assault, Arrows Archive, Vampire King, Gaming Century, Noah Shane, Conquer, C-Dub Ya, Average Spacer, Doom Guy, Viet Shogun, James Podmeroff, Term 85, Mech 2, Twasn't Random, Alto Dragon Master, Andrew Houghton, NV Videos, Fugals, Daniel S, Ceramic, Dylan K, Commander I, Shimakaze F, NMS Regicide, Dobzerman, The Moose Gundam is Real, Schmoovin, Vapor, Thorn B-52, Sunkiller, Ian Retz, Riot Riverman, Dragon Venom 39, Yifu, That One NPC, Nico 744, The Middle West, Evie with a Gun, Huntsman 221, Freebie, 15343, Blake Jewell, Appetency, Joseph C, Eli Huston, Voltron 0Q1, Cosmic B034, Asher the Ranger, The Major Spike 9000, Gear Zeo, Black Star Bear, Bargy, Land Pirate LP, Kyle Flannery, Parkenstein, Crimson Fucker 69, Just an Angel, B312 Taco Cat, Silent Bob X, Angry Apple Bombs, Bear Plays, Amos Bloom, Lost Spectre, Mad Tad Tail, Carl, The Vengeful Vatum, Half Baked, Riven, Local Furry, Gold Pit 123, Humberto Slin, Jalen Solomon, Duke Smells Bad 69, it's true, Llama Plays TCGs, Barrel Roll Drones, Carl Zook, Spartan, Tardis Gal, Darby Keir, Spearmint, Play Wars, Citrus, George Merrill, Rise M. Lucas, Kevin Ziegler. I am so glad I'm taking a sabbatical. I hope we don't see each other soon.